Hey, Steve here from Post Processing Mastery, and in this video I'm going to give you a quick color correction Photoshop tutorial that is going to show you how to correct colors in your image in around about 30 seconds. So it's going to take me a little bit longer to actually show you, but by the time I show you, the actual technique itself takes no more than 30 seconds to actually run. And we're going to do this using the curves adjustment layer, so that's going to be how we're going to correct the colors in Photoshop in your images. So if you like this video, hit that thumbs up button and remember to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification icon so that you can be notified every time I publish a new video just like this one. So with that said, let's begin. So here we are in Photoshop and I've got an image open that has got a pretty strong color cast. It looks pretty bad. You can tell just by looking at it, the whites aren't really white. They're not very good looking at all. So there's a really quick procedure that I can show you, and it's going to basically make those whites a beautiful bright pearly white, and it's going to correct the colors in the rest of the image as well. So step by step, the first thing that we're going to do is add that curves adjustment layer, and when we do that we'll see the properties panel opens, and first thing I'll do is just in this channel drop down I'm going to select red. And I'm going to take this control point here at the end, and I'm going to hold on the keyboard Alt or Option, and I'm going to slide this towards the left until we just start to see the first bit of red appear in the main image window, so just about there. And so that basically, if I let go now, we can see that lines up with where the sun is, so that's basically telling us the brightest part in the red channel of the image. So just want to go a step before that, and you'll also notice that that's basically lining up with the end of the data in the histogram. So the next we'll do the same thing in the green channel. So we're going to move it not quite so far this time because we can see the data in the histogram there. It goes a bit closer to the very end. So I'll do it slightly differently this time. I'll just slide it to the end there. Of that data, and then I'll just confirm that I haven't gone too far by holding Alt or Option on the keyboard and just sliding that up and down there just to make sure I haven't got any green in the main image. And finally we'll do the same thing for the blue channel. So just going to slide that along, holding Alt or Option on the keyboard just to that point there where we see the first bit of blue, and there we go. That's basically it. So here's before. The colors look pretty bad. There's quite a green color cast, a green tint to the image. With this levels adjustment applied, we can see now that's it's corrected those colors. Those warm, beautiful sunrise colors have come through. The white looks really good in the image. Now that's pretty much the technique in a nutshell. There are just a couple of things that I'll add on to that though. And the first is that this works best really when your image is slightly dark. So, when you've got the end of your histogram doesn't quite reach the end of how far it possibly could go, so it doesn't hit that white point. If I disable this layer here now, we'll see in the main histogram window, we've got this gap between the end of the actual histogram and how far it could go in this window. So it works best when your image is a bit dark like this in the highlights, so you've got some room to move in the highlights. Now, if your image does go all the way to the end already by the time that you're coming to do your color corrections, or there's any data whatsoever that's clipping in the histogram, that's probably a topic for another video. And when I create that video in the future, I'll come back here and add a note in the details in the description of this video. But the second thing that I wanted to just add on to this is, if after you make your changes, as I've shown you in the first part of this video, if you notice that, say for example, the whites in the image look a bit bright and sort of on the verge of being overexposed, what you can do is select this curves adjustment and then change the blend mode to color. And so what that does, you'll notice as I did that, the histogram kind of jumped to the left a bit, and that's because with the blend mode of this layer set to color, that means that only the color aspect of these changes is affecting the image, so it's not taking into account the brightness that we've added by moving the white point for each of the red, green and blue channels. So here we can see now the brightness of the image stays the same, but the color is the only thing that changes. So I'll just toggle between that and normal a couple of times. So let me just go back. So this is in normal blend mode. and this is in the color blend mode. So we can see there normal and color. One final thing that I'll show you just before I sign this video off. Now let me just hide that adjustment layer completely, so we go back to how the image was in the beginning, and I'll just show you a button that I've got in my panel, my luminosity masking panel, that will actually do this whole process for you. So let's pretend that we're back at the start and we haven't added this curves adjustment. In my luminosity masking panel, you can open the color tab and then click on the color correct button, and there we have it. That is basically just done that whole process that I showed you in one click. So if I open the curves properties now, we can see that's basically made the same adjustments to each of the red, green and blue channels in the curves adjustment, so making that same color correction. And it's also set the blend mode to color automatically. So if you haven't got my luminosity masking panel, you can download that at luminositymaskingpanel.com, and I'll put a link in the description below this video. So with that said, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos, and I'll speak to you soon.